tanto jugando suelto como en competición. Tanto si se trata de un rápido 9 hoyos o de un gran 36. Tanto si juegas bajo presión o arrasando, siempre das lo mejor de ti. Nuevo Fuel de FootJoy.
Okay, we'll get started. We'd like to welcome Bill and Jay Haas into the interview room here at the Zurich Classic of New Orleans. Jay is making his 799th career start on the PGA Tour. Jay, we'll begin with you. Welcome to the Zurich Classic. We can get some comments on how excited you are to be playing with Jay.
Yeah, it's
Bill.
It's been on our plate, for the last couple months. Bill asked me to play, and I tried to discourage him that he needed a partner that could help him a little bit more. But just being with him out here and being on the same range with him again, looking down the aisles here and just seeing all the great players that we have. So it's something that I've been thinking about, certainly nervous about, and yesterday didn't help me in any way because I didn't play very well. So hopefully I'll get better as the week goes on. But it's just fun being here again, being with Bill, getting the adrenaline flowing, and hopefully we can do better than I'm anticipating I'm going to do.
And Bill, just talk to us a little bit about how excited you are to tee it up with your dad.
Yeah, I just I thought it was a great opportunity to play together, and pretty special to be able to have your dad play in a PGA Tour event with you. And I don't know. I love him watching me play. Like last week, he and my mom came down and watched me play at Hilton Head, and I just enjoy him being out there. He listens to me, go through my rounds on the phone or in person sometimes, and when he's there, he can he sees what I'm talking about, and he helps me with my game, and so I think it's just a good opportunity to play golf and enjoy it and have fun, but also inside the ropes be competitive, and him be able to see what I'm talking about when I say either I'm struggling or I'm not here, I had a good one, or what do you see here? I do that anyway, and so to have him inside the ropes on my team, it's just a great opportunity, and it's just a special week. I think something that I'll, I'm really looking forward to it, and I'll, remember it forever.
And Jay, a lot of talk of your 799th start, but at the same time, Bill is making his 442nd and still going strong. Can you comment about what that means to you as a dad, of what his career has been like watching?
Yeah, to go into the so-called family business is pretty special, and he's obviously had a wonderful career up to now and still going strong. So, to think that I've played almost 800 events on the PGA Tour, it was a different era. I would think that most guys played upwards of 30 events when I first started. That was just what you did. There wasn't a lot of money in it, so you had to continue to play. Now, more of the better players seem to play 20, 22, 23 events, and they're exhausted. So I understand there's a lot of pressure and everything, but it's, for Bill to have played in 400-plus tournaments is, not many guys do that, period. So it's been an unbelievable thrill for me to watch him play, to succeed on the grandest stage. It's not about what you know or who you know. It's about what you know and how you perform under the pressure. There's no passing the ball here. There's nobody to block for you and all that stuff. So whatever's accomplished by an individual is just all on him. So, I think that I've been able to help him through the years with certain things about his swing and all that. But when bottom line, it's the guy holding the club and hitting the shots that matters.
Before questions from the media, Jay, you mentioned it briefly, but get the state of both of you guys' games coming into the week. Bill, we'll start with you.
Yeah, it feels okay. Just trying to get better each week, and just trying to do my best out there. It's certainly haven't been the form the last few years as I did for a while, but I still believe that each week this is going to be the week that it turns around, or this is be the week where I'm steadier for 4 rounds and that kind of stuff. So it feels pretty good, and all I can do is grind it out there, and that's what I plan to do this week.
Okay. And Jay?
We haven't played a lot this year yet. I think we've only had 5 tournaments on the Champions Tour. I've played 4 of the 5, and I've played okay. I tell people that I still see the shot. I still think I could do it, and a lot of times it doesn't come off that way. But, this is a pretty good eye-opener. I play with Bill at home a lot, and he's, 30, 40, 50 in front of me, and then it's a steady diet of it. This is one of the longest courses out here, so it's probably not the greatest spot for me to debut, but I wish that we could have played this tournament 15 or 20 years ago. That would have been a little more helpful. But again, I still feel like I can do it at certain times, and with a great partner, hopefully I can contribute when the time comes and not embarrass myself.
All right, questions? Yep. Start with Ben.
Well, if you could just take us through exactly how you made this ask and how you decided that this would be a good thing for you guys to do, and his initial reactions when you came to him.
When I asked him?
Yeah,
Well, the last couple of years I haven't had the status that was enabled me to be able to ask a partner. I always had to be asked, and so this year, knowing that I would be in the field, and then I just asked the tour, can my dad play? And when they said yes, I just mentioned it. When we had kind of talked about it, or maybe I had talked about it with other people about how I think it'd be cool if he played. And I just mentioned it with my mom was there, I think, and they were just like, yeah, you should, yeah, we'll definitely do it. And it wasn't a planned thing by any means of like how I was going to approach him. I just said, yeah, we should play if you want to play. And I knew a couple weeks ago he was in Mississippi, and maybe next week you're playing in Houston maybe, and so it just worked out on the schedule where it would work for him. And it wasn't a big deal, but I was glad he wanted to do it, and I think it'll be I just knew it would be a fun week, and so far so good.
And Jay, did you think, is he for real for a moment, or were you like, this is awesome at that very first point?
Yeah, I think my first thought was, again, like I said, are you sure? You need I want you to waste a week just to play with me, and we can play at any time. But I played with my Uncle Bob back in the old Disney team tournament. We probably played 3 or 4 times down there, and I just loved doing that. I think like Bill saying, I loved performing for him because he taught me the game and all that, and showing him how I could do it and everything. And we didn't do great. We probably made a couple cuts and missed a couple, but it was, I wish that tournament would have been, again, when he first came out, and I was still playing some PGA Tour golf. But, and I kind of, the first week or so, I kind of kept thinking, well, he's going to come to his senses and find, Nick Watney or somebody that can, one of his buddies. But the more I thought about it, the more I'm loving it. All the guys out here have been great. They've been, and so many people have said that's very unbelievably cool that you're getting to do that. And it seems like I've become Pops out here. I've heard that a bunch. Hey, Pops, good shot, and all that stuff. So, it's been very cool, very cool.
I know, obviously, you've had a storied career, very successful in golf, and that can make it hard for you to sort of, not be hard on yourself and your abilities out there this week. But can you just see it for what this is, an amazing experience with your son, and hey, anything that you do above and beyond will be a bonus? Yeah,
that's the thing I'm struggling with, I believe, that obviously just being out here and teeing it up and hearing our names called tomorrow, hopefully I can, hit some good shots and make some birdies and everything. But ultimately, this is just, to be with my son again on the grandest stage here, and it's that's what I'm trying to take from it. But again, I don't want to just show up and go through the motions. The competitive spirit in both of us, and certainly me, I'm gonna be hard on myself, but I always am. Always have been. I kick myself, all the time hitting bad shots. So I just. But ultimately, my wife's here with me. His mom, she'd be watching him way more than me, I guess. But you know, she's the one who's been great supporter of this happening and excited about it since Bill asked.
All right, a couple more. Scott?
Jay, I want to say it's an increasingly rare treat to cover someone who I watched play growing up, so this is nice. I just wondered if you had any memories of coming here, you know, when you were a regular tour player, playing at Old Lakewood Country Club. Do you remember Monday qualifying here under the old format? Do you remember when you first came here? Anything like that?
You know, I don't know that I Monday qualified here. I must have made the cut the week before or something, but I do remember playing Lakewood and playing well there. I liked it there. I do remember one year that I putted out. I played in the morning on Friday and putted out on 18, and I was, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 under or something. I was making the cut comfortably, and I don't think I hit another shot until Tuesday. It started rain Friday afternoon, and it rained Saturday, Sunday, and most of Monday, and then I think the afternoon guys to finish on Friday then maybe finished on Monday, and we got to play again on Tuesday. I do remember one year that. I remember the old clubhouse there at Lakewood. There was a diagram of the course, and it showed Jack driving it on 4 par 4s there in one day. Think about that. 4 par 4s. I asked Jack about it one time, and he's like, I don't remember doing that. But there were a couple you could cut over trees and stuff. But the 8th hole, or no, maybe 7 or 8, had some cross bunkers out there. I would hit 4 wood and then a wedge, and he knocked it over that and onto the green. Anyway, that was pretty cool experience. And then going to English Turn, that was quite a challenge there. And I played with him one year at English Turn, but hadn't been here. Gosh, I don't know how long, 25 years or maybe 20, I guess. Toward the end of my PGA Tour career, I played English Turn, but I had never played here.
Bill, you mentioned y'all wanted to do this. What was the last time y'all played in something like this, an exhibition, or have y'all played together in any kind of tournament?
I guess the CVS.
The Peter thing.
Peter Jacobson hosted something up in Seattle or up in Oregon, or where was that?
Yeah, Portland.
Portland. And the CVS, we played a couple times. Billy Android and Brad Faxon's deal up in Rhode Island, and so those would be the only 2 different team write a score down events that we played. Right. Those have been a while, but we played a bunch of golf together. On off weeks and stuff like that. But different animal, I guess, when you have to finish the hole out.
And Jay, you mentioned your Uncle Bob. Obviously, you lost him earlier this year. He's always seemed to be one of the more underrated Masters champions because of what happened with DiVincenzo, which obviously wasn't anything to do with him. Just your thoughts on that and his life in golf.
When it happened, I was very young and didn't really understand it. Didn't really understand what winning the Masters meant to a player back then. And he loved that tournament, that event, going there toward the end of his life, wearing the green coat and going to the dinner and all that. It was a very, very special event for him. But we got to play a couple times. My brother Jerry played in it. He played on he made the semifinals of the USAM, and so he got in the tournament the next year, and I was in, and Bob played that year. So that was an extremely memorable year, the Masters there. And Jerry made the cut and was going to be low am. I think he made a 6 on 16 or something the last day. But it's just I think back to the times playing with him, kind of full circle now, and he would have enjoyed watching this and giving us advice on how to handle all this.
All right, let's take the last one with Rex.
Jay, is 800 something that you have an interest in? 800 starts?
Well, it's kind of a long story, but for years I had 799, and then recently in the last couple years, you can ask for yourself, but all of a sudden I've got 798, and apparently the first President's Cup that was played, 94, I played on that team, and that counts. All these President's Cups and Ryder Cups, I believe, count as an event. And back then, I want to say the President's Cup was opposite another tournament. So the guys were saying, well, we need to get credit as an event and a cut made and all that stuff. And so until maybe 20 or 21, I had 799, and so now I'm back to 798. So I'm not going to get to 800. I can guarantee you that. But if that's the case,
We'll give you 800. Just say this is
all right,
800.
we'll take it.
All right, Jay and Bill, we appreciate your
All right.
time. Best of luck
Thank
this
you all
week.
very much.
Thank you.
El nuevo Pro SL no tiene clavos, pero tiene un agarre increíble. Con una plancha de carbono adicional para optimizar el retorno de energía y un nuevo y moderno diseño, el zapato original de máximo rendimiento sin clavos tiene algunas ventajas importantes.